You're watching America Trends. I'm Mary Burt-Godwin. This is a fun show. I gotta say, this is a fun episode. We have a very special guest back in studio with us. She's the founder of WIT, a nonprofit organization that helps teens become the entrepreneurs they are meant to be. And her name is Sarah Hernholm. Welcome back to America Trends.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
You know I love hanging out with you.
I love having you here in studio.
I know, me too.
It's a lot more fun.
I know.
We are gonna get kind of like excitable, I feel like. We're gonna start talking.
It's inevitable.
I know.
It's inevitable
Jazz
for us.
hands are gonna come out, I think. Okay, so for our audience at home, we've had you on the show a few times,
Right.
but just remind us what WIT is.
Okay.
And doingwit.org
Right.
is your website,
That's
right? So just give us a brief synopsis.
Basically, we're all about entrepreneur education, activating the entrepreneurial mindset. We do that through college credit classes for teens and tweens around the world. We do it through hackathons with teens and tweens around the country. And we have a virtual community where teens can come together to be around like-minded teens who want to make a difference, maybe want to launch a business, but for sure want to make the world a better place.
Do you have, I love what you do and I love this organization. And do you have ever students that come to you and they just think, I just really want to look good on my resume, and they are not really in it? Because it seems like what you what you require of these kids to do is a lot.
Right.
And so if they come to the table not really having what it takes
Yes.
to do whatever it takes, it probably, does it weed itself out?
Yes, because we interview our teens.
Okay.
You get interviewed because we just feel like teens are already forced to do so many things in their day and in their life. We don't want WIT to be one more thing that they feel is something that they should be doing.
Yes.
Because maybe their parents saying that they should do it. Now, we know that sometimes teens come to us like a little hesitant, like, I don't have an idea. I like this concept of being an entrepreneur, but I'm not really sure what it's going to take to do it. Yeah. That's fine. We can help you with that. But if you're coming just for the resume build or just for that college application, we are not the place for you.
Okay, so can you tell me, can you tell me some of your secret questions that you ask? Because I'm curious.
Well, the thing is, we do it on Zoom, and you can just see it on it.
Right?
I mean, I've been working with young people. I mean, now, gosh, like almost 2 decades. I adore working with young people, and I think I can read them really well. And you can just kind of tell. I mean, sometimes it's slightly endearing when you can see that the child is like looking off to the side because they're looking at their parents for like the answer or something like that. And it's not a stressful interview. It's just really, we just want to figure out what the right WIT fit is for you.
Yes.
And maybe it's not yet, maybe it's an in-person event, because what you really need is to help develop some social skills, because our young people weren't social for so many years because of COVID.
Right, so, well, and their phones.
Oh yeah,
their
the phones
make
too.
Them where, I mean, I've been very on my kids since they were little about looking people in the eye, and they've practiced ordering at restaurants, which even some kids don't get that practice. Their mom orders for them.
Right.
But even then, they don't know what to do when a phone. They're like, I said, you speak into that device. They don't know how to do that. So that is a skill set that I feel like teens are needing to learn right now.
So sometimes it's all about just figuring out, is a college credit class the right fit? Is a hackathon? Is one-on-one coaching right for you? But we just don't want a kiddo who's feels like they're being forced to do this because it's a resume build, because that's just one more thing on the list of things that they have to do. Yeah. And they're already...
Then it's kind of half measured.
Right, and that's not great for the other teens that are really committed to doing it. So I have been a school teacher where I had 35 kids, and that's a very different situation than what we do now, which is people are opting into the program. You really got to protect that culture and those values of people thinking it's cool to work hard.
Yeah.
At WIT, it's cool to work hard. It's cool to make a difference. And if someone's coming in and thinking like it's lame or like why would you?
Then the energy is
then it's
all
just
wrong.
like we're not the right fit.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You're never going to be for everybody.
Right.
In life or in business.
That's true. That's true. That's a great lesson to learn early on.
Yeah.
So, and also I feel like there's a couple different ways, like you were saying, that they could fit in. To WIT, because it's not just a one size fits all, right? There's a lot of different things they can do. And when you sign, it's, I wouldn't use the word club, right? What organization,
right?
Do you pay to be in, or do you get sponsored? How does that work?
So if we accept a teen into the program, it was really, really important to me when I started WIT that it was a program that was open to all socioeconomic levels. That was really important to me.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to be in the under-resourced communities, and we didn't just want to be in the communities where everyone could pay for the services.
Yeah.
So it's very intentional that we mix socioeconomic backgrounds. So if your parent can pay the full tuition, then you pay the full tuition, just like you would at a university. And then if you can't, you can apply for financial aid. And we've got great, generous donors. Sometimes we receive grants. But that's how we make sure that everybody is able to be in WIT who wants to be in WIT.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was really important to me.
Because going back to that, I mean, if you did just have a certain upper class percentage of people, then you just have the people that are buying it just to get.
Yeah, and that's not the real world. The real world, eventually, when you get into the workforce and you get into an office and you get into something, it's a mix of people from different backgrounds. So I'm very big, and I know we've talked about this even offline, I'm very big on the mixing of people from different backgrounds, especially at a young age. That's why our hackathons, our in-person hackathons, bring teens together from different neighborhoods, different parts of the city, because that's sometimes the only time that a young person's actually meeting somebody that's different, that goes to a rival school, that lives in a different neighborhood. And then you have all these preconceived ideas, normal, we anticipate they're gonna be there.
Yeah.
But then when you come together, especially at a hackathon where you're solving a problem together,
that's the best.
all that kind of stuff, it kind of works itself out because you're committed to an end goal.
Right.
And in the case of a hackathon, it's $1,000 and some recognition and some press. So
how does the hackathon work?
So either a school hires us, maybe a city hires us, maybe we put it on and then parents pay to participate. But ultimately what you're looking at is a 1 to 2 day event where a topic is selected by the teens. And then
like what kind of topic?
We've tackled the topics that we don't talk about in school: youth trafficking, sex trafficking, mental health. We've even gotten into things like food insecurity, education inequity, things that are on the hearts of young people that they want to work. I mean, the most fascinating thing is that our young people at hackathons, they work hard. I mean, you don't look around and look at somebody slacking and they say to you like, oh, this is so great, doesn't feel like school, which is a mixed reaction because I want school to feel like that for them. I want school to be a place. I wish that a young person could go to school for 8 hours a day and just be in some like innovation lab of learning and curiosity. That's what I wish it was.
It's not that, right, for many reasons, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But so anyway, the hackathon, it could be put on by different things, and then they get put into teams with people that do not know.
They do not know. No, we do ask certain questions, and then we kind of like lump you in that way a little bit, group you that way.
But how big might the teams be? 5.
Okay. And I just think it is such a beautiful example of what's possible when you give young people a chance to use their voice. There's a misconception that young people will abuse freedom, will abuse, or will just not use their time wisely. It's not true. It's not true. If adults create innovative learning environments for young people will rise, and they'll just blow you away. And it's so cool to see what they've done.
If it's something that they're passionate about, and it's not, ancient Egypt or something that they don't, maybe that is something that people are passionate about, but a lot of people may not be.
Right.
So if you're giving them, especially if it's a topic that's topical to their life and affects them and the people that they know. So, and $1,000 could be at stake?
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, the prize is $1,000. You earn college credit from our partners at UCSD.
Wow, cool.
We've got a hack coming up in New York City that Marymount is putting on, and they're bringing together young people from East Harlem, which is really exciting, and they're sponsoring this hack. We've got one in Nashville coming up. That one's focus is teen mental health. I mean, that's a big issue right now.
Right.
I know we've talked about mental health for years, but I don't think that people are aware of what's going on with our teenagers, and it's not good, and it's our responsibility. I feel this very passionately, very strongly, that it's our responsibility as adults to look around and go like, where can we support them? Where are we failing them? What do we need to take off the table for them? Maybe there's too much homework. Maybe we're asking too much of them in the school day. Maybe we need to give them more tools and resources for things like mental health, like meditation, or time in school to learn self-care tips. I mean,
I want to talk about in our next segment is these things we should be talking about in school. Now, do you think that social media is playing a factor in this?
I do, and it's you can hold two things at once, right? Because I do think there's something really amazing about social media where you can connect and learn.
Yeah. And a lot of these entrepreneurs are figuring out how to start a business because they see it being done.
I know, and we have young people whose businesses are on social media. I mean, they have companies or they have an app that they created, and so I don't think it's about doing that thing where we say that's bad, that's not good. I think it's like, really listening to the young people. Tell me why you like it. Tell me why you're using it. Tell me why you don't like it. And then you can help create boundaries around it for them.
Yeah, I love that because that's something I talk to my girls about a lot. So we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and chat more about curriculum that we want to see in the schools.
Oh, I love that topic.
How about that? Okay, you're watching America Trends with Sarah Hernholm from WIT, doingwit.org. And we'll be right back right after this quick break.